Hey everybody, stay tuned after the review because I'm going to show you how to play this game with your friends online today. Imagine, it's the late 80s. Kids are bored. Transformers and G.I. Joe have run their course and it's time for the next big thing. Little did parents expect their homes were about to be taken over by the power. No, not that power. The true power. The Turtle Power! Welcome to Turtle Mania. If you weren't there to experience it, then you can't fully understand. To us 90s kids, the Turtles were everything. They were everything cool, everything edgy, everything you ever wanted to be. Yes, we wanted to be the Turtles!
It's the non-stop rough and tumble.
You have the original comics, then the Archie comics, the cartoon, the movies, toys, and finally, the video games. Let's face it, only the cool parents bought their kids nunchucks. There are only so many times I can unscrew the end of the broom to make a Donatello bow. But of course, the video games were the best way to take on the role of your favorite Ninja Turtle. These games were excellent! Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game, helped define what a beat-em-up should be. It wasn't hard to find one of these bad boys at a local Pizza Hut or skating rink, and the home port was just as good. Its sequel, the Manhattan Project, went directly to the Nintendo Entertainment System. It kept the spirit of its arcade big brother, and later the arcades would see Turtles in Time, which got its own port to the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. But since then, nothing has seemed to gain the notoriety of these classic games. The true Turtle fans have always wanted a real sequel to feed their nostalgic itch. Something that would make us come back for another round of shredder bashing fun. Oh, what's this? Oh yeah, I like this. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Rescue-Palooza was released on July 13th, 2019, and it took the internet by storm. Developed by Merso-X over a 4-year period, this game began as a remake of 1992's The Manhattan Project, before transitioning to include elements from the arcade game. Before Merso-X decided to make an all-out homage to all Turtle Mania of the 90s, featuring references from all the comics, cartoons, movies, toys, and video games. And this game is 100% green ooze dripping nostalgia. But not only that, Rescue-Palooza is so much more. This is the definitive Turtles in Time sequel we never got. The game begins like any good Turtles game would, with a kidnapping. But usually it would just be April being taken by the Shredhead. Hey, which I understand. Hey, yeah.
Oh, bro, I've been trying to talk her into an interspecies relationships for months now.
Whoa, Raph! Biggest problem is she can't hold her breath long enough, you know?
But no, not this time. The cheese grater, he's kidnapping our buddy. You're introduced to the gameplay mechanics by a quick tutorial, which immediately reminds me of the bonus fighting stage from Turtles 4, as Master Splinter teaches you the simple moves of the game, including the running dash hit and how to flip enemies over your head. While I do miss tossing enemies at the screen, I'm not gonna complain too much, as the new gameplay mechanics make up for this missing. This game features 60 playable characters. That's right, 60! Including fan favorites Casey Jones, Bebop and Rocksteady, Metalhead, and Usagi Yojimbo. Also, if you push down while selecting a turtle, you will get the classic Mirage black and white turtle. These playable characters are unlocked after beating each stage, and you can even play as the villains. The overworld map is a straight-up callback to the first NES game. Remember that Ultra game who nobody liked? Just look at those cute little turtles just tramping around here. The turtle that you control in the overworld, well, that is mapped to the controller port. So player 1 is Leonardo, player 2 is Michelangelo, player 3 is Donatello, player 4 is Raphael. But you can change your character before entering each stage. Oh, and yes, the stages. So many stages. This includes April's apartment, the van, Dimension X, the dojo, the sewers, Channel 6, the ship, the beach, the swamp, the park, the street, the rooftop, and the construction site. Of course, these stages represent different experiences across the Turtles timeline. Some recreate stages from the original games, with April's apartment taken directly from the arcade game, the street pulled from Turtles in Time. Both the sewer and rooftops are 2D levels that call back to the original Ultra game on the NES, while the beach and the ships are recreated from the Manhattan Project. They even use some Bayou Billy assets for the swamp level. Channel 6 comes directly from the cartoon, while the construction site, I'm pretty sure it's a reference to this scene from the second movie. The Turtles begin each game with 9 lives, and yes, you're gonna need them. There are 4 bonus minigames that pop up, allowing the Turtles to compete for some extra lives. Each player has a special power meter, represented by the ooze below the energy bars. This is your special move. Unlike in previous games, it doesn't deplete energy. You just have to wait for it to refill. A major upgrade to this game is the ability to ride around in vehicles. See these giant mechanical mousers? Oh yeah, you can ride in them now.
They see me rolling.
And whatever you call these weird foot soldier floating things, well, you can cruise around in those bad boys. And half the fun of these vehicles is seeing what your character looks like when you get in them. Look at that! The specialty vehicles are limited in their shots, and this is shown under the status bar. And if you pick up some ooze, you can mutate just like Super Shredder and go giant style. Making you invincible and giving you the power to take out enemies by simply walking into them. Oh, and once you beat the game, you get this nice little game over screen. That's not real. Yeah, that's one of those classic fake out endings. And yes, it totally worked. And it brought a giant smile to my face. After this fake ending, you get a giant Krang who's kicking the crap out of this building. To take him out, you just gotta smack his shoulder. And once open, you gotta crawl inside the suit and destroy this contraption that's making him so big. Once he's shrunk down to street level, you can kick the crap out of him.
Oh, right in the mouth. That's awesome.
Then it's off to battle the Technodrome. This boss fight comes directly from the original Ultra game. Let's head into the Technodrome. And it's got that Mega Man goodness. So you have your initial stage, which leads across the beginning of the Technodrome, which has me fighting a giant mouser, also pulled from the original game. In the second stage, which eventually leads to the final confrontation between Krang and Shredder, Super Shredder, Mecha Krang, and finally, Hyper Shredder. After defeating the Hype Shreds, the game is over, and you're presented with the best callback yet. That's right! A song from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that's coming out of their Shout Tour! So would I recommend this game? Well, of course I'm going to recommend this game. Why are you not playing this right now? What are you waiting for? Oh yeah, how to play it with your friends. So first, you need to download Parsec, which is a free utility that allows your friends to connect and stream directly to your computer. You will go through the setup process and register your name on the system. Have your friends download Parsec, register their account, don't forget to respond to that registration email, and get going. Find their friend name through the program and add them to your friends list. The person running the game will want to set up the computer to host. Your friend will then click on your name and then click the play button to the right of your name. This will bring up your screen on their computer. If the player is blocked from viewing your screen, hit Control plus F1 and this should allow them to view it. You can also give them access to your keyboard and mouse if this helps. Make sure all controllers are connected, and you can even right-click on the Parsec icon on the bottom right to reset the controllers. If you continue to have problems, I suggest going into the Device Manager properties and check that everyone's controller is connected properly to your computer. After this, go into the controller settings of the game and set up each controller individually. After that, you're good to go! Honestly, Parsec was simple to set up. It was just a few clicks of the button, then I was sharing Turtles nostalgia with everybody. So what are you waiting for? Get out there and find your turtle buddies, and don't forget...
On the half shelf, they're the heroes for. In this day and age, who could ask for more? The crime wave is high with muggings mysterious. All police and detectives are furious, cause they can't find the source of this lethally evil force. This is serious, so give me a quarter.